crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee that I don't have. I will get it after. Just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Markets are kind of half shut down today and this week, off and on. Don't expect much. I do think they're going to try to get the price of silver back to $21 because that's where it started the quarter. And I think there's some hanky-panky going on, more hanky-panky on the comics. I remember when Rustin Benham said that they had to tamp down the price of silver. What he said is the structure of the market allowed them to tamp down the price of silver. It was the structure of the market, which is true. That's how they tamp down all prices. And the structure of the market means the higher the price goes, the more naked shorts they put on. That's what they allow to happen. They never allow the naked shorts to get overrun, so they can do as many as they want. That's the nature of the market, is that for the regulators to back off so that the riggers can rig the price to a place that's acceptable to the politicians, and that's the nature of the market. Some might call it market rigging. Some might say it's completely illegal for the COMEX futures and options market to set the price of the physical price of silver. It is illegal. But Rustin Benham thinks it's okay, and he's the head of the CFTC. So we have to bow down to Rustin Benham. Screw that. I say everybody buy physical silver. And our friend Reggie Middleton did the same thing at Christmas. Check out Reggie's Christmas post and listen to what he had to say here.
Government's bogus numbers at 7.1%. Now, we all know inflation's higher than that. But even using your best case scenario government manipulated numbers, 7.1% is roughly twice what the 10 years paying. It's bad. This, at least using historical statistics and performance, is good, especially for a Christmas gift. Okay? So is the knowledge. We got new books coming. Hopefully my kids won't see this video until they get their gifts later on today when they get here. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bravo, Reggie Middleton. Bravo, Reggie Middleton. I can't think of anybody in the crypto space who has taken more shit for the least amount of reason. Reggie, God bless him. He has been literally destroyed by the banksters, the criminals, the regulators, all the XRP crowd, all the people, all the crypto people hate him because he figured out something before everybody else and he patented it. And that's peer-to-peer transactions, peer-to-peer. If the government didn't step in and stop Reggie, because he did what they said. He went to them when he was setting up Veritasium because the government said, hey, you better come to us or you're in trouble. Like they're saying right now, like Gary Gensler's saying right now. So he did that. He went to them and said, here's what I'm doing. It's a software download. This is a software product to enable peer-to-peer transactions. And it was all legit. And they were working with the CFTC all up until a point where the CFTC went around the back of Reggie to one of Reggie's customers, the Jamaican Stock Exchange, and said, don't even you dare try to work with Reggie Middleton and Veritasium. That's what they did behind Reggie's back. They didn't tell him they were going to do it. So Reggie says, come in. Like you said, I'm coming in and we'll show you everything we're doing. And then it was the SEC. It was the SEC? Yeah, the SEC shut him down. The SEC literally went behind his back to destroy his business. And then threw this massive fine on him, about 100 times as big as what they fined EOS, the deep state, that company run by the deep state guys. I don't really want to talk about them, but every single penalty that was laid on anything they called a security by the SEC paled in comparison to what Reggie got nailed for. Over 100% of what he had earned, had raised. It was crazy. And it still is crazy because those tokens are still held in limbo. 98 million of the 100 million Veri tokens are still held in limbo. It's shocking to this day, unless there is another plan, which I'm hoping there is, because it's the only thing that can save America. These criminals have taken over every exchange, and they almost took over the crypto exchanges with FTX. That's deep state all the way. If you didn't know it, it's not about Sam Bankman-Fried. That's the deep state, knee deep in that. Ask anybody where Alameda Research got the $38 billion worth of Tether. How'd they pay for it? So who owned FTX as well? Who controlled FTX? The same people that control Tether, the same people that control the deep state. It's sad but true. Anyway, Reggie, good call there. Road to Ruta stuff. Road to Ruta had a great Christmas. I gave silver to everybody. And I think we should pick a date where everybody goes and buys silver, a buy silver date. How about January 6th? Let's change that date from the ridiculous narrative that they told us it was to something good. How about everybody on January 6th? Let's go buy silver. Buy silver on January 6th and show your patriotism. Watch, they'll say, oh my God, anybody who buys silver on January 6th is a traitor. These people are ridiculous. And I think Elon Musk came out and said, hey, every single conspiracy theory you were told about Twitter is true. And not only that, it's worse than what you thought. That was his tweet. That was great. So freedom is breaking free. I know it's slow. I know it's hard. I've been at the free silver movement for, over 20 years. But we've never been closer. Get your physical silver in your own possessions. Don't deal with anybody else. Now is not the time, because that'll all be gone. Here's the 1 year on silver. Let's see, the end of September. It's right in here. What was it? No, I was looking for the end of. What was the 21? Oh, it's the moving averages. The 250 are right around the 21, 25. They might try to attack that by the end of the year. I don't know what these assholes are doing. But remember, it's all completely rigged. So they can click a mouse and set the price to silver at minus $40 like they did with oil. Or they can click a mouse and set the price of silver to $1 million. You just don't know what they're going to do. That's the problem. The only way to get yourself past this time of craziness is to get physical assets in your own possession. Physical silver. I wouldn't put physical gold in your own possession. Not because I don't love gold. I love gold. It will be the money of our future. There's just so damn much of it. Understanding gold and buying gold is a great thing. But if you understand gold and buy gold, take all the reasons that you thought that you knew about gold, apply them to silver on steroids. The supply and demand, the scarcity, the need in the future. Oh my God, we're going to hit 140 million ounces into solar panels this year. Shocking. And then there's forecast to be massively more. I don't even know where they're going to get it. Now, a lot of people are learning that electric cars don't work in the really cold weather, which is a bummer. So, yeah, that's why everybody in California has Teslas, and I'm not so sure it would work so well up in Canada. But it is what it is. I think everything's going towards the electrification of everything. Even our jobs are going to be on the internet. That's another great reason for Theta, and I'll get to that in a second. But we need the infrastructure for all this stuff. Silver is absolutely necessary. Silver's been necessary since the English attacked China in the 1850s to get their silver back, because everybody was using silver to buy spices and silks, so the English got everybody addicted to opium. Through a bank called Hong Kong Shanghai Bank, which is now HSBC, probably the most criminal bank in the world, even worse than JP Morgan. They've been caught in every scam. And now with the Queen dead, nobody knows who controls that mechanism. Anyway, get your silver. Again, this delivery month has been really odd and unique. We've got like 2 or 3 days left of deliveries, and there's 335 contracts still undelivered. I guarantee you they will come from this minuscule bank, the Bank of Montreal. Bank of Montreal has been making all these deliveries this month. They're not a silver player. They're not a gold. They took in massive amounts of gold and they sent out massive amounts of silver. That's how it's done. That's part of the structure. The structure that Rustin Benham talks about, the structure of the silver market is you take gains over here and it's set up so that you can you take losses in silver and then you take gains in gold, things like that. It's all done with computers and derivatives, and it's all set up like months beforehand. So, yeah, you find BMO Capital right here. Look at this. They have done nothing in silver all year, and then this very important month, they end up delivering, it's going to be around 8 million ounces of silver. Unheard of. But you think, oh my God, they must have taken huge losses. All you have to do is go to their gold position. So BMO Capital, 8 million ounces of silver deliveries. And let's look at gold. Platinum, palladium, micro gold, copper. Come on, gold, where are you? Here we are. Let's look for BMO. BMO Capital. Come on, BMO. There, right there. Look at that. They took deliveries of 1,883 gold contracts. And they practically did nothing except this year right here. Now, these two are just a wash. They were told, okay, we'll give you 675 contracts in November, and then you give them back in December. That's the game. I mean, you can see it right there. It's so obvious. And then this is a massive payoff for what they lost in silver. So on their books, under precious metals, it shows nothing. You lost $1 billion here and you gained $1 billion here. We didn't do anything in precious metals, but they were allowed to rig the market. This is so sad and pathetic for my country. Anyway, back to Veritasium. I have always said Veritasium is a lottery ticket. Most likely the regulators and no one's going to allow it to happen. But they have not destroyed all the Veri tokens, the 98 million tokens that are frozen by the SEC. Nobody knows why. And they haven't even settled. They hired this lawyer company to settle people who have claims against their ICO. Less than 1% of the people who bought the Veritasium ICO actually went in to try to get their money back because they thought they were defrauded, which is bullshit. You know, if the SEC is trying to protect investors, less than 1% thought it was a protection that they were doing. 99% think they're full of shit and they are pissed that they destroyed what Reggie was doing. 99%. But the banks couldn't have Reggie Middleton doing what he's doing because they'd be out of business. And they knew it. So hopefully justice will be served. Gary Gensler and friends will be gone. Our criminal exchanges will be shut down, and then we can restart with something like Veritasium. That's why it's a lottery ticket. It would take hell and gone things to happen for Veritasium to be implemented the way it was meant to be implemented. But at the same time, it's possible. And if it is implemented that way, bang, you have the most valuable cryptocurrency out there. As Cliff High Data says, it's just going to be worth more than Bitcoin. And that's the scenario that would have to happen. A crashing of all the exchanges, stocks, bonds, everything, and the implementation of a peer-to-peer transaction type system that Reggie had. And you can't high-frequency trade that. You can't create massive rehypothecated assets. It's a very elegant solution that Reggie invented. It was so good they had to take him out, which is bullshit. So I call bullshit on that. Okay, and the other thing, Michelle White Dove passing the Patreon channel for Michelle White Dove. They're starting up again with another psychic. She's very good, from what I hear. I'm going to read the report and listen to it. And here's the way I look at psychics in this world, and the Jenny Moonstone readings and all that, the other stuff. There are bits and pieces. If you know how to read it and digest it and what sticks to you and then makes your mind whirl, say, oh my God, I can see how that avenue could happen if this, and this happens. That's how I use psychics and predictions and all that. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. And if the future, if anybody could tell the entire future to the exact second of when things happen, why are we even living here? Right? It's about uncovering what's going to happen. Do you make the right choices to lead you in which direction? So we've made some bad choices lately, I think, with the cryptos, and that we gave up our power. I don't know why everybody got into DeFi. I was screaming about DeFi. DeFi is a fraud, but everybody gave up their tokens. And they're not your keys, they're not your coins. People are learning that the hard way. I don't even look at price anymore. Price is irrelevant until we have a real exchange where people are coming in to buy actual cryptos and not rehypothecate everything into, a billion. You just look at the volumes of cryptos traded, and you can tell very easily it is not a freely traded exchange. For example, let's just look at the top few. Bitcoin supposedly trades $12 billion in 24 hours. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. It's high frequency trades going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The worst is Tether. Look at this. $15 billion worth of Tether. Tether is the fraud, the deep state coin. Everybody knows it too. That's the sad thing. And here's the thing. Gary Gensler and the SEC have not shut it down. Why? Because they're in on it. They're in on the deep state. So I don't know what to tell you. Most of the top 10 coins are shit. XRP requires the banks to stay in business. Good luck with that. Binance USD. That's Binance USD. BNB coin. BNB coin is just like the TNT coin with what's his Sam Bankman-Fried's coin. It just make it up and say it's worth something. It's crazy. And look at BNB coins worth $38 billion. My God. How stupid do people think we are? And then the USDC coin, that takes third parties. All these take third parties to hold the cash, supposedly. We know Tether doesn't have it. I don't know if USD has anything. BNB never claimed to have anything behind it. XRP wants to fix the banks. Do we really want these banks in our lives? No. And USD and then Doge. No wonder Elon picked Doge. It's like the next halfway decent coin. Yes, I understand there's trillions of Doge out there. But imagine how many people have gotten into crypto because Elon was tweeting about Dogecoin. That gives a lot of power behind us screaming at regulators saying, what the fuck are you doing? We need no regulators. None. For anything. In a financial market. That means no one would be trading in criminal markets. You don't trade in a criminal market. The problem was the regulators allowed it to happen and continue to cover up for the market rigging. That's the problem. With no regulators, people wouldn't invest in the stock market, the bond market, and they shouldn't unless it's cleaned up. And that's what Reggie was doing with, you could see every transaction on the blockchain, on the Veritasium. It could have been done, but no. Anyway, other ones, Polygon, the DAI. Litecoin, I love. I think Litecoin will do the best considering where it is for the true cryptocurrencies. A currency type of cryptocurrencies, decentralized. And then other stuff. Who knows what's gonna survive the crash of like Tether and Binance and Coinbase and all that? I don't know what's gonna survive it. But those that do will be the money of the future or the tokens of the future. And I think definitely Theta is going to be the number one, in the top three. Why? I think there's some hints in the new White Dove team report that I saw as to Theta doing something new. So go check that out. Remember, Theta is a software download. You can download an Edge node on every Samsung TV, and then all of a sudden people are actually earning income in Theta Fuel. And that's really important if the old system breaks down, because there's no currency running around. You use what you got. And if you got some Theta Fuel sitting on your Theta mobile wallet, that's useful. As a matter of fact, when the crypto viewing guys did a viewing for Theta, both Hitomi and Dick Allgaier saw the eastern part of Africa massively implementing the use of Theta and Theta Fuel. Then both of them nailed that. And I'm like, wow, what could that be? That could be, Samsung says, okay, everybody in this part of Africa, we're going to do a test thing because you don't have any money and the banking there is terrible. We're going to download an Edge node on all your TVs. Poof, instantly download it, and people are earning T-Fuel right away. And they're sharing their broadband to expand the internet ability. Theta has a lot it can do and has been holding back. I think it's good. I think after the crash is when Theta will shine. The crash of everything. So that's my take. Again, they just built the meta chain. The meta chain means someone like Amazon can build a blockchain on the Theta blockchain and don't have to worry about people worrying about them being in charge of their blockchain, because the transactions are approved by the validators and the guardians on the Theta blockchain. But it would be a solely a Amazon token. Really interesting stuff. Amazing technology, and we're headed there. Also on Road to Ruta on Friday or Thursday, I posted the latest Jenny Moonstone reading. Good stuff. The Silver Knights and the Future of Silver Price Rigging. Go check that out. Really important work that we do there. All right. That's all I got for you. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'll be in and out this week, and then have a Happy New Year. I'll talk to you later.
Well, hey there, crypto lover, are you wondering what to do? Where to put your money that'll grow the most for you? Well, they throw you all these choices, you're afraid you're gonna lose. A token corner platform, you know you gotta choose. And with the bankers out to get you, they're kinda so deranged. The like one is the right one as a means of exchange. Well, Charlie Lee's the man that you can trust, the nicest guy in crypto, and all of that's a must. Well, he sold all of his Litecoin, donation to the cause, but he still works his ass off, fixing all his flaws. You see, Charlie has a plan when bankers can't make change, and Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange. Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange. Either buy a cup of coffee when lightning is arranged. My bank is on my cell phone, I'm walking in his store. I scan the code, no time to load, I'm walking out the door. And every crypto has a purpose, everything's about to change, and Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange. Bitcoin ain't so bad, it's way too goddamn slow. 10-minute confirmations, what did the core devs know? Roger's Bitcoin Cash can really scale and grow. And Jihan Wu, he scares me too. We can rig the whole damn show, but we gotta use some. Everything's about to change, and Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange. Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange. You can buy a cup of coffee when lightning is arranged. My bank is on my cell phone, I'm walking in his store. I scan the code, no time to load, I'm walking out the door. And every crypto has a purpose, everything's about to change, and Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange. Down! Crypto kitty, you're really looking pretty. I don't think I'll help me in the nitty gritty. See, I nearly need a crypto that's sounding tried and true. You're just a fad, it's kinda sad, a hairball in the zoo. You see, I'm looking for a crypto, don't be no change. And Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange. And Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange. Either buy a cup of coffee when lightning is arranged. My bank is on my cell phone, I'm walking in this store. I scan the code, no time to load, I'm walking out the door. And every crypto's got a purpose, things about to change, and Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange. Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange. Either buy a cup of coffee when lightning is arranged. My bank is on my cell phone, I'm walking in this store. I scan the code, no time to load, I'm walking out the door. And every crypto has a purpose, everything's about to change, and Litecoin is the right one as a means of exchange.